turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I have been watching a lot of my favorite people do the palettes that they picked up in 2021. So I decided that I would get into it. A couple of people are interested to see what I picked up in 2021. So we are going to first preface this video by saying that this is a no judgment zone. I think I have way more palettes than a lot of people, and I think what happened, and I'm grabbing some of them now, is that in 2020 I went on an unintentional very low buy. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't really interested in makeup in 2020. But I made up for it towards the end of 2020 and into 2021. So with that being said, I already know this is going to be a long video. So I'm going to jump right into it. There will be no swatches on these videos. It is going to be a quick show you what it is and put it back. I can probably tell you, well, actually, I'll put the number of palettes that I picked up on the screen because I have to actually count these things. I know it's a heck of a lot of them. That's all I can tell you. But let's get started. And these are in no particular order. The first one that I picked up, I blame Kara from Beauty in the Frizz for, because this is my first palette from this company. Have not used it yet, and I think they have changed their name. First of all, packaging. This is how they package their palette for safety to get to me, and this is so reusable. I am not going to throw it away. But this is from Alien Cosmetics. This is a Not Normal palette, and I believe they are now Unearthly Cosmetics. And this is what the color story of this palette looks like. I have not used it yet. I need to jump into it. So that is that one. And one that is in my makeup basket for the week is from Sydney Grace and Temptalia, and this is the On the Horizon dark palette, and that is what that looks like. I think this was a 2021 purchase because I think this limited edition packaging just came back out in 2021. I could be wrong, but the Divine Rose 2 palette from Pat McGrath, and it looks like that. That's in my makeup basket for the week too. The Natasha Denona Retro palette, I picked this up during the VIB sale. The Natasha Denona Love palette, I picked up during a Black Friday sale on Natasha's website. Haven't used that yet. I also picked up when she had that sale. It had the two palettes for almost the price of one. This one is the Sunrise palette, and it looks like that. These colors are right up my alley. The Zendo palette, and I picked up the Norvina Volume 5 during the VIB sale. And since we are on the Norvina thing, when I was still with BoxyCharm had these palettes for like a deep discount. So I picked up the Volume 3, which looks like that. And I picked up the Volume 1, which looks like this. Still have yet to use either one of those. And I picked up from City Colors called the Beauty Novel Spring Edition. And I saw this on Instagram, and I thought the color story was gorgeous, so I picked that up. I just stuck my finger in it. I don't think I have any other shadows from City Color at all. From Morphe, I picked up the Mickey and Friends Truth Be Bold palette. And that looks like that. And it does have some little cute embossing of like the characters in it. Really cute. Also from Morphe, I picked up the 35S Sweet Oasis palette, which looks like this. So from ColourPop, part of their like Zodiac collection, I picked up. And of course I picked up The Secret Life of Scorpio, because guess what? I am a Scorpio, so I had to pick that up. I picked up the Tender Love and Cancer. My husband is, and my mom was a Cancer. I picked up the Pisces in the Sky. My sister is a Pisces. And I picked up the Peace Love Libra. My son is a Libra, so I picked up those. I picked up during the VIB sale the Huda Beauty Wild Jaguar palette. This is the only one of this collection that I picked up because it had the most different color story. I am going to add these because, I mean, they are singles, but these are eyeshadows I picked up from the Tinkerbell collection from ColourPop. So you have Fly to Your Heart. You have Never Grow Up. And you have Straight On Till Morning. Alright. And from, I believe this is 2022. If I'm not right, just charge it to my head and not my heart. But from Juvia's Place, the Olori collection. I did get all 3 palettes. So this is the Olori 1, the Olori 2, and the Olori 3. So I picked those up. I picked up from BH Cosmetics one of the palettes from the Birthstone collection. And of course I picked up my month, which is November. And it looks like this. Okay, and from ColourPop I picked up the Mandalorian palette. And that looks like that. This is another one. I'm not sure if it came out at the beginning of January or in 2021. I picked up the Sonic Bloom. And this is from ColourPop also, like you don't already know that. I got the Witching Hour. This is also ColourPop. This is their new Hocus Pocus themed palette, which nobody really liked this year. They liked the old one. And I also picked up the Nightmare Before Christmas palette from ColourPop, and that is what the packaging looks like. Once again, the packaging, and this is what these shades look like. That's not new. If we are including things from when I was with BoxyCharm, I won't include the stuff that came in the box, but the stuff that I went back and picked up from like the, I forgot what they called that little thing when you went back and got stuff at a deep discount, but we'll include those. And this is from Ofra, and this is the Good To Go palette, mini mix palette, and it looks like that. From BH Cosmetics, I picked up the Tulum palette, which I think is a highlighter and bronzer palette. The Passion in Paris palette. And the Party in Puerto Rico palette. So we got those three, and the Tulum is called Tanned in Tulum. Also from ColourPop, that Tinkerbell collection, I picked up Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. And it looks like that. I'm going to turn this light off and see if that makes a difference. I feel like my palettes are being washed out. From Juvia's Place also, I picked up their Rebel collection, so I got the Rebel Honey, and I think these were like on sale for like $6 or something like that when I picked them up. I picked up the mints, the grays, and the Army. Alright, and I have two little palettes here from Essence, because I had heard good things about these. And this one is I Like to Mauve It, and that looks like this. And then Dancing Green, and it looks like this. Alright, from Tarte, I picked up the Tartelette Full Bloom palette, which I did do a video on. And that looks like this. Right up my neutral alley. And I am trying to put these things back where I got them from as I show you. I picked up two palettes from Amore Us, which was my first time ever purchasing from Amore Us. I was watching Tasha St. James, and she really liked these, and they went on sale, so I picked them up. And the first one is the Snow Queen palette. That reminds me of Frozen. And it looks like this. Really pretty color story. And I picked up from them also their Femme Fatale palette. And I need to like just throw away these. I'm gonna do that today. Throw away the packaging. This is the Femme Fatale palette, and that is what that looks like. KVD. I picked up the Edge of Reality eyeshadow palette, and I picked this up from Mercari, and it looks like this. From Morphe, I picked up the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals, and that's that. And the dog is scratching to get in the door, but I am not letting her in. I picked up during the VIB sale the Rust palette from Melt Cosmetics. And that looks like that. I picked up the ABH Primrose palette, which is one of my favorites for 2021. I got from Natasha Denona the Glam Face palette. Also during the VIB sale. This was one of those ones that came back into stock during the VIB sale. And of course I got it in the dark version. This one is not 2021, I don't think. This one is from Tarte. I picked up the Salt Life palette. And it looks like this. And this is what these shades look like. From Sydney Grace, I picked up the Enduring Love palette, and that looks like that. And apparently they changed the packaging. I wish I had gotten it when it came in that little tin, but nope, I ain't got it in the cardboard packaging. Also from Sydney Grace, I believe this was 2021 when they restocked it. I did have the honor of picking up the Tiny Marvels palette, and it looks like this. And this is the one that they did with Mel Thompson. From Pat McGrath, I picked up her Christmas palette, and I wish that I had waited because this damn thing went on sale. But this is the Celestial Odyssey palette. And it looks like that. And I have not taken that film off the plastic, and I don't think I will. From Milk Cosmetics, I picked up the Amore y Mariposas, and I am throwing this. I'm not throwing that packaging away. This is what the packaging looks like, the outer carton, and then this is what the palette looks like, and then that's the back of it. But this is the Amore y Mariposas palette. Put that back in, and I also picked up from the Amore y Mariposas, I picked up the blush palette, and the packaging looks like this. And this is what the blush palette looks like. I didn't think we had to necessarily stick to eyeshadow palettes because this is a palette. This is going to be included. I think this was one I picked up on my own from who is the name of them people? Anyway, the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette, BoxyCharm. I think during one of the pop-ups or something I picked that up. This one came in a box from Nomad Cosmetics. I picked up the Haunted Europe palette, and I believe I did a video on this one. And this video is 18 minutes in, and this is what Haunted Europe looks like. And they do have a new palette coming out on Tuesday that I plan to pick up, and I think it's called the Whistler BC. Is that British Columbia? That palette. So I plan to pick that up. And then I think this also came out like in the summertime. And this is the America's Parks palette, also Nomad Cosmetics. And packaging. And then this is what the shades look like. And sorry if you all hear the dog whining at the door because I can't let her in right now. So that is that one. I finally picked up some palettes from Kaleidos this year. So I picked up the Escape Pod palette, and you see how thick that is. And it looks like this. So that is the Escape Pod palette. I also picked up the Kaleidos, what is this one called? The Flower Punk palette, and the packaging is very interesting. It looks like this, and then this thing just slides completely off, and then that's what the shades look like. Reminds me of a Melt palette. So that's that one. We'll put that back in a sec. From Ace Beauté, I did pick up the Floral Vintage palette, and this is when it popped up in BoxyCharm, but I believe just recently they released it on their own website. But this is what Floral Vintage looks like. This is the best fall palette. I mean, it just covers every color that would be fall. Also, I think, no, this I picked up in 2022. Let's go ahead and include it because I'm not quite sure. The Ace Beauté Quintessential Eyeshadow Palette, also during a pop-up from BoxyCharm, even though I was no longer a BoxyCharm member. I believe this is 2022 though. I picked up, and most of my Ace Beauté palettes came from BoxyCharm. This one is the Flare palette, and it looks like that. Yeah, this one I actually put a sticker on the back of. I picked it up in August of 2021. The Ocean palette I picked up in, so this palette and this palette I picked up from a sale on Ace Beauté's website because I have the dates on them, August 2021. Right before they changed their formula, they had a sale on all the palettes with the old formula. So I picked up the Oceanic palette. And in January of 2021, I picked up the Nostalgia palette. And this one doesn't have a date. I think I picked this one up from the Ace Beauty website also, the Tropical Vibes palette. And I think this one came from BoxyCharm too, but I don't think I got it in a box. I think I purchased this one on my own, and this is the Falling For You palette. And it looks like that. We are getting very close to the end here. This one I picked up from Ace Beauty during their sale. This is the Vintage Dawn palette. And this one I got in January of 2021. This might have been in the box, I'm not sure. This is the Scarlet Dusk palette. And this one I know for sure I picked up during one of their pop-ups. And this is from Hip Dot. This is the C Note, I think that's how you pronounce it, palette. And it looks like that. This one I also bought from a pop-up. And this is the Violet Voss Olive You Forever palette. And they ended up sending me two, but I gave one to my sister. And it looks like this. From MAC, I picked up their, what do they call this? Feast Your Eyes palette. So the packaging is gorgeous, so I'm not going to be throwing that away. And then this is what the palette looks like. And then this is what the shadows look like. And I think this thing sold out pretty quickly. And from Too Faced, and that's the first time, this is the first time I'm saying Too Faced during this whole little haul of things that I picked up. So that should be saying something. I picked up the Cinnamon Swirl palette. And I think this is the only thing I picked up. Maybe not. Yeah, I think this might be the only thing I picked up from Too Faced in 2021. And that is what that looks like. From Morphe, I picked up the Cherry Coke. I am about to dig my fingers in the Cherry Coke palette. And this is a Too Faced style packaging. And it looks like this. And I think I did use this in a video. I'm going to pull all of these out. I have 4 of these big palettes from ColourPop. I picked up the It's a Mood palette, the It's All Good palette, and this is when these palettes were all like buy 2 for a certain price or something. And I have Colette to thank for that one. But this is the It's All Good palette. I'm going to take that off. And this one looks like really springy, so that's when I think I'm going to start pulling this one out. It's like in the spring. And we're going to throw that packaging away. The Stone Cold Fox palette, which I still need to throw this packaging away also. And that looks like this. And this is the Stone Cold Fox palette. It is a very cool tone palette, but I like it. And then the Play It Jewel. And that looks like this. So sort of your rainbow type palette. And then I have 2 more and then I am done. And these 2 are from Makeup Revolution. These are their Halloween, I want to say, palettes. This one and both of them are the Forever Flawless type palettes. This one is called Into the Night. And it looks like that. Very cool toned. And this one is called Deadly Desire. I really don't like that little skull in the front, but it looks like this. And that is it, you all. That is all of the palettes that I picked up in 2022. Like I said, I will count these and I will give you the grand total. The only thing I can tell you now without counting them is that I went way overboard in 2021 buying eyeshadow palettes. This year, my feelings are sort of the way they were like at the beginning of 2020. Not a lot of things are interesting me too much. I did pick up that Blend Bunny palette. And I think I picked up like a couple. Oh, I picked up like this palette from Flower Beauty and then the other one. But other than that, I am going to be, I think, very selective, and not because I feel like I need to slow down on my makeup consumption, which I probably do, or my makeup purchases, which I probably do, but that's not my train of thought. It's just that not a lot of things are appealing to me right now. Like even the Pat McGrath palette, that Bridgerton palette, I don't think I want to get that one. Like even like my girl Colette was saying, if it goes on sale, maybe, but as of now, I'm not interested in it. Like I'm just not. So I'm just going to be using the things that I enjoyed picking up in 2021. I'm not going to balk about it whatsoever. I bought it because I wanted it, and I have like storage space for it right now. So that's it, you all. I know this has to be somewhere around the 60 palettes, and I'm not going to say eyeshadow palettes because not everything is an eyeshadow palette, but I know I had to pick up like 60 palettes when you think about these little quads and these little 6-pan palettes, and these things add up before you know it. But that's it. I did it. Thank you all for asking me to go ahead and do it. And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. The look that I have today is from that new Blend Bunny Dollhouse palette. I do have that video coming up later this week. The rest of the things that I have on my face are from the foundation is the Huda Beauty Flawless Filter foundation, and I have it in the shade Gingerbread, which I think is a tinge too light, but I was able to put some bronzer on, so that's that. And I do have on the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer. I have on of course my IT Cosmetics Brow Power. On my lips I have on one of the Juvia's Place lip liners in the shade Scorpio, and then I have on a and I don't know the name of it, but I'll put the name down here. It's from Bare Minerals, one of their lip glosses mixed with that lip liner. So, and I do have on the Glowish, even though you can't really see it, the Huda Beauty Glowish blush, and I think it's called Juicy Berries. So that is my face for today, and you will see a video with this eye look later on this week. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great day, and may your day be as flawless as your makeup. Bye.